my dear cooks and scientists, welcome. I'm Aida. In this video, we will prepare a delicious banana cake with oatmeal. The banana is one of the most consumed fruits in the world and is also famous for its high potassium content. Potassium has something special in particular. It is radioactive. In this video, in addition to preparing a delicious banana cake, we will talk about one of the scientists who first worked with isotopes to study metabolism of some nutrients in the human body. And of course, we will speak of potassium and its radioactive properties. Preheat the oven to 355 Fahrenheit. In the preparation of a banana cake, it is preferable to use bananas that are fully ripe. These bananas need at least one more day. To carry out the ripening process, I'm going to put them in the oven for the first 5 minutes of the preheating. In this recipe, we are going to use oat flour and we are going to prepare it from oat flakes. We put 2 cups of old-fashioned oat flakes in a blender or a food processor to get the flour as fine as we want. Now these bananas are perfect for making the cake. These 3 bananas weigh 9.8 ounces. In a bowl, we add the 3 bananas and crush them. I want to leave some big pieces of banana because I like to come across those big pieces when I'm eating the cake. But this depends on your taste. You can smash the banana as much as you want. Add 3 eggs. We'll use a 1/4 cup of avocado oil, add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we mix. In another bowl, we mix the oat flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. Usually cinnamon is used to flavor the banana cake, but this time I'm going to use half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. I love its flavor. Between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of brown sugar, depending on your taste. How sweet are you? Keep in mind that 3.5 ounces of ripe banana has approximately 0.6 ounces of sugar, which adds sweetness to our cake. According to United States Department of Agriculture, 100 of raw and ripe or slightly ripe banana contains 0.74 grams of protein, 15.8 grams of sugars, 3.66 grams of starch, and vitamins such as C, niacin, B6, and thiamine, and minerals such as calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, copper, manganese, and mainly potassium, providing 326 milligrams of it. And optionally, we can add half a cup of chopped nuts, chocolate chips, or dried fruits. We integrate the ingredients to obtain a homogeneous mixture. We use a spatula to mix the powder and liquid until it's uniform.
And when are you going to tell us about the radioactive potassium?
Arthur, let me finish this step. We'll talk about it while the cake is in the oven, okay? To varnish the love pan to bake the pancake, we can use the remaining oil in the container where we measure the oil, helping ourselves with a brush. And it goes to the oven. We put it in the middle rack, bake it for 55 minutes at 355 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey Arthur, I think it's a time to talk about science. Let's go. Rudolf Schoenheimer was a German-American biochemist. He was born in Berlin, where he received his initial education and his medical degree at the University of Berlin in 1922. In 1933, he fled Germany and began to work in the Department of Biochemistry at Columbia University, where he continued his research. He developed the idea of using stable isotopes as markers in organic compounds for metabolism studies. Let's remember that atoms are made up of a nucleus and electrons that orbit around the nucleus. The nucleus is made up of protons with positive charge and neutrons that have no charge. The atom has the same number of protons as electrons. Potassium has 19 protons in its nucleus and 19 electrons in its orbit. An isotope is an atom of the same element. It means it has the same number of protons and electrons but a different number of neutrons. Some examples of isotopes are potassium-39, potassium-40, and potassium-41. The potassium-39 has 20 neutrons, The potassium-40 has 21 neutrons, and the potassium-41 has 22 neutrons. The potassium-39 is the lightest, and the potassium-41 is the heaviest. The difference in the neutron content in the nucleus can result in its instability, thus generating nuclear radiation to be emitted in order to achieve stability again. Potassium-39 and potassium-41 are stable isotopes, but potassium-40 is unstable, emitting nuclear radiation. Since isotopes contain the same number of protons and electrons, they behave the same chemically. In the case of Schoenheimer's experiments, the isotopes perform the same metabolic function in the body, but they can be tracked by the difference in weight if it is a stable isotope, or by the emission of radiation if it is an unstable or radioactive isotope. Stable isotopes have allowed for an advanced understanding of vitamin metabolism, the size of body stores, and their bioavailability in the human body. Natural potassium consists of 3 isotopes of potassium. Potassium-39 with 93.26%, potassium-40 0.0117%, and potassium-41 6.73%. This proportion is constant in objects like a stone, a banana, or the human body. So if it's calculating the potassium-40 content by measuring its gamma ray or beta particles, it is possible to know the total potassium content. Humans are a walking source of gamma radiation from potassium-40 with an energy of 1420 kilo-electron-volts.
Wow, what about us, the kittens?
You too. For humans, potassium is an essential nutrient. In the human body, potassium regulates the heartbeat, ensures the proper functioning of muscles and nerves, and is vital for synthesizing proteins and metabolizing carbohydrates. Insufficient intake of potassium and other nutrients such as a dietary fiber, calcium, and vitamin D is a problem that health agencies in the US are concerned about, according to the Dietary Guidelines for Americans 2025. Inadequate intake of these nutrients is associated with various health issues and chronic diseases. Whoops! It has passed 15 minutes now. Time to do the first toothpick taste on the cake. If the toothpick comes out clean, we can remove the cake. If it still has a sticky dough, we bake it for 5 to 10 more minutes. We repeat until the toothpick comes out completely clean. And in this time we see that the toothpick is clean. Lucky us! Remove the cake from the oven and let it cool for about 15 minutes. After that time, we remove the cake from the pan. Here we can help ourselves with the spatula if necessary. Let the cake cool for another 15 minutes over a rack. Usually banana cakes are eaten like this, but I would like to decorate it this time. So I'm going to make a glaze. Place 1 cup of icing sugar on a bowl. Add a few drops of lime juice. Add more lime juice until we get the desired consistency. I want a little bit of color, so I'm going to add a few drops of vegetable food coloring. Mix until obtaining a homogeneous color. We cover the cake with this mixture and let it dry. Ta-da! It's time to try our banana cake. Time to see how radioactive banana cake is with this device called Geiger counter. First, we take the background radiation reading for reference. Yep, they are radiation all around. Now let's see how much radiation the banana cake emits. To make the banana cake, we use 3 bananas which weigh 280 grams. In those 280 grams, we find approximately 912 milligrams of potassium. But of that 912 milligrams of potassium, only 0.0117% is potassium-40. This is about 0.1 milligrams. So the banana bread practically emits background radiation. I wonder how many more clicks we can hear in this potassium chloride salt. I take it is a nutritional supplement and it's actually quite good. Do you notice? Can you listen? Each click is due to unstable or radioactive potassium-40 atom emitting either beta particle with 89.3% of probability or gamma radiation with 10.7% of probability. If it emits a beta particle, the nucleus becomes stable after the emission. But now it's no longer a potassium atom. It is now a different and stable atom. Now it is a calcium atom, calcium-40, with 20 protons and 20 neutrons. But if it decays by an electron capture process, it emits a gamma ray, also becoming a new stable atom. But this time argon. Now it is an argon-40 atom with 18 protons and 22 neutrons. Now it's time to try this cake. It is a well-hydrated cake and spongy. I like the texture. I like it. It's delicious. The banana-lemon combination could sound a bit strange, but I like it.
Are you eating a slightly radioactive jello cake?
Yup. Yeah.
That's bananas.
Thank you for watching us, for sharing your experiments, your results, your questions, and for subscribing.